on the ATL.
Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Again, I'm your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little about your safety on the internet, in fact. I'm here with Stanley Holdridge with InternetSafety.com. Stanley, thanks for coming on Focus
Thanks
Atlanta.
for having me.
Now, Stanley, tell me a little bit about the company. Like, how long have you guys been around?
Well, really long time for a software company. It was founded in 1999 right here, right around Atlanta, Georgia, by two brothers who saw that there weren't a lot of solutions that allowed parents to decide what they wanted coming into their home through their internet connection. And so they started this business.
So essentially, parents can come to InternetSafety.com to figure out how to keep their children safe while they're on the internet, whether they're playing games, whether they're chatting, or can they see what they're doing?
Absolutely, yes. We provide software called Safe Eyes that does allow parents to get reports of their child's online activity. That's anything from search terms to conversations that they have over instant messengers to even what they might post on Facebook or MySpace.
Now, how does this help to alleviate like cyberbullying, which is the craziest thing for you and I? Because, you know, we didn't have that when we were in school. You get bullied while you're at school, you go home, things are better. But now with cyberbullying, you could be bullied 24 hours a day, whether that's through your text message or whether that's through the internet. Like, how can parents gauge whether or not their children are either doing this or, you know, suffering as a victim of this?
Yeah, well, there is no real magic bullet for it. Parents have to pay attention to the normal signs. Child becoming depressed, not wanting to participate, not wanting to go to school. Those are big signs. But through having software like Safe Eyes installed on their machine, they can also get reports of what sites their children are visiting, what times of night or times of day their children are getting online, as well as search terms and, of course, what's being posted on Facebook and MySpace. These are all things that can kind of form a picture for the parent that will let them know if their child is involved with something that has drastically altered their online habits. And that is one of the biggest signs that the child is involved in cyberbullying one way or the other.
Okay. Is it expensive? Is this something that the average parent can do for their home computers? You know, we want to keep our kids safe, but we don't want to break the bank to do it.
Absolutely, yes. It comes to about $4 a month. It's $50 a year, so that's one less trip to Starbucks per month, and you can keep your child safe online. And we try to price it so that it is affordable to everyone, because it's a very important thing for parents to have.
Absolutely. Is there an age range for our kids that we need to be concerned about this in terms of, you know, their safety on the web?
I would say the best rule is much younger than you think. Unfortunately, people don't want to hear that, but kids are getting online younger and younger every year. The fastest growing age group of internet users is age 2 to 11. That's the one that's growing the fastest. So we're seeing kids, they're learning by watching us. We're online, and so they want to be online, and it's just natural. And I would say you need to really start thinking about it about age 6 or 7. But really, whenever you allow your child to get on the computer and they start getting independent, that's when you need to start thinking about setting up some sort of guidelines that protect them when they're online.
In terms of independence, do those things that we used to do still work? Like keep the computer in a, you know, in a family-friendly room, no computers in the bedrooms by themselves, that kind of thing. Do those things even work?
Well, some do and some don't. Keeping the computer in a family room, not letting the child have access to it late at night by themselves, and that includes smartphones and cell phones, because we have to remember iPhones are little computers. That is a very good rule of thumb. One that is not as true anymore is checking your browser history. All of the browsers have been updated to where kids can easily clear the history or go into a mode that's called private browsing, where it doesn't record any history at all.
So on your website, are there any other tips for parents like that one? Like, you know, we don't even think that. We're thinking we're 2 steps ahead of them most of the time, and 9 times out of 10, they're 10 steps ahead of us. Do you guys have any other tips for parents in terms of, you know, keeping their house safe?
Absolutely. If they go under resources, one of the things I really recommend is we have a game plan, and the game plan is like a family contract with certain rules listed out, and we recommend that families, whether they're one of our customers or not, print out the game plan, go over it as a family to start those conversations, and also sign it. And you sign it and you put it in a drawer, and that way everyone has agreed to follow the same rules of how to be safe online. And we find that that's very helpful. And we also link to our blog, which has interviews with cyberbullying experts, tips, all sorts of things that can help parents navigate these waters.
So it's never too late. Like if you're a parent now and you're thinking, okay, my kid's a teenager, I've already messed up. It's never too late to kind of get started and try and get back on track in terms of monitoring your child's safety on the web.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Excellent. Parents need to feel that they are still the parent, whether they know a little less about the web than the child or not.
That's another issue. Can we get the parents kind of up to speed by going to internetsafety.com, like in terms of, just not being as naive as we are?
Well, I really recommend that people follow the blog. We also have a Twitter account and a YouTube channel, and we try to put out as much information as possible for parents to, if they're following those things, they'll know about the threats as they come up, and they'll also know how to deal with them.
Is there anything new we need to be concerned about?
Luckily, not this week.
Okay, well, yeah, exactly. We had to just keep up to date,
Thanksgiving was kind of quiet, so. But yeah, follow the blog and you can find everything right on the website, our Twitter feed as well, and we try to get the information out as quickly as possible.
Stanley, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Again, that is internetsafety.com. Really easy to remember. Please take the opportunity to go and visit. Keep your household safe from all the predators that are out there. Stay tuned for more Focus Atlanta.
Focus on the ATL.